Hi, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So for the past week we've been doing the potato diet, and today we're going back on Atkins or the keto diet. It was quite an experience to go on a potato diet for a week. What inspired us was we watched a couple of YouTube videos about Penn Jillette from Penn & Teller, the magic show in Vegas, and Penn Jillette lost over 100 pounds doing the potato diet, and then he switched over to a, what was it called, whole food?
Plant-based?
Plant-based
yes.
diet. And we may try that in the future, but for now we're going to go back to the Atkins and keto diet and see how that goes. The reason why I'm going on this type of diet is because of a little bit of research that I did into why, as a diabetic, why was I not losing any weight after, the first week of being on the Atkins diet. I was on, as you know, if you watch my YouTube videos, the other ones that we've done, that we were on a plateau for about a week. And so I wanted to know why was I not losing any weight? Well, what I found out, or what I believe to be the case for me at least, is that there's a thing called carbohydrate intolerance and insulin resistance. And the carbohydrate intolerance, basically what that is the more carbohydrates you eat, if your blood cells do not absorb those glucose, in other words, the starches get turned to glucose, and then the glucose gets absorbed by the blood cells and turns into energy. If that does not happen and your body builds up a resistance to it, that's the carbohydrate intolerance. And the insulin resistance is like the key that turns on the blood cells to be able to absorb that glucose that gets stored up in the blood cells and then turned into energy later. So if that whole process does not work properly, then what ends up happening is, instead of that glucose being stored in the blood cells like it should be, it gets stored as fat. And so people that are carbohydrate intolerant and glucose resistant, they gain weight very, very easily. So I know for myself, as soon as I start eating carbs, I can put on 5, 10, pounds in a week, and it just continues to pile on. So for me, I feel like this is necessary for me to go on a low carb diet, even be in ketosis, maybe for the rest of my life. I don't know, we'll see. If I can get back so that I'm not diabetic anymore, and so that I can build up my my glucose tolerance, so that I can be carbohydrate tolerant again, then I can start adding in some of those things. I'll probably start with maybe some fruits, that would be nice, and maybe a few things like tortillas. I really kind of miss the tortillas. I saw a recipe for making tortillas. We might try that next week, but what we do right now is we actually make tortillas out of cheese, and we can show you that. I've been dying to have like fish tacos or the shrimp tacos.
That's like a taco shell.
Yeah, so the
We
cheese
make it
actually.
out of cheese.
Yeah, you want to tell them about that? How you make the
Well,
shells?
all we do is actually get a couple of slices of cheese, put them together, and put it on parchment paper, and you stick it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and as soon as it comes out, it's still soft, so you kind of mold it into a taco. It looks like a taco, and that's what we use. So you can use pepper jack, you can use Colby, cheddar, jack cheese, just practically anything. You can also use Parmesan cheese if that's what you want. It's really good. And
My favorite's the pepper jack. I really like
I like the pepper jack.
the pepper
too.
jack. It's kind of spicy. It's nice.
It's really good. So we're looking forward to doing all that.
Later, you're probably wondering how we did on this potato diet. And later at the end of this video, we'll do our reveal. We usually do our weight loss at the beginning, but today we're going to do it at the end. And we'll see, you'll see where we are, what happened, and how this worked for us. So I'm interested now in seeing, going from the potato diet back into the Atkins diet, how we're going to do. Are we going to gain a little bit of weight back? Are we going to continue the weight loss? So we may be flip-flopping back and forth between potato, Atkins, and possibly the plant-based diet. So we'll see how that goes.
That's it.
That's it. See y'all later. Okay, so today's the second day of our potato diet, and I'm making potato pancakes right now. See how they taste. Just potatoes. So after the first day of the potato diet, I lost 1.8 pounds, almost 2 pounds. So broke through that plateau that we were on. That's the great thing. One day, blasted it. So here's day 2 of our potato diet, potato pancakes for breakfast.
Hello, we are having potato soup tonight. It has about 8. The batch had about 8 potatoes, and I put onion powder, Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper. That's about it, the 3 of them, and some salt. So it tastes really good. Rick is thinking of doing this all week. I don't know if I can handle it, but oh.
Yeah, I'm loving the potato soup, and today Susan made potato...
Those round potatoes.
Yeah.
And I put, again, Cajun seasoning. I put ranch sprinkles on some of them, some Cajun seasoning, some garlic salt.
Yeah, it's the dried ranch powder.
Yep.
It was really good.
Yep. It was really good.
Thanks, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Let's eat.
Alrighty.
Taking Lexi out for a walk today. We're just starting week 4. Just finished up week 3 of our diet. Afternoon.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Hey, come on. So a little bit more about the potato diet that we just did. It was kind of, I kind of felt low energy while I was doing it, and there was one day where my blood sugar spiked way up. It was day 5. My blood sugar spiked up to maybe 165, which is high for me, especially since I'm on the metformin. And then I wasn't feeling too good, so I went to bed early, probably about 8:30, and then I woke up again about 10:30, 11, checked my blood sugar again, and it had dropped to 81. So Susan had me eat some pudding and a little bit of whipped cream on top, which probably didn't help the potato diet very much, but I needed to get my blood sugar back up. And I tested it maybe half hour, 40 minutes later, and it had come back up to about 99 and stayed at 99 for a while. So I just went to bed after that,
and next day it was fine. Normally it averages between 105 to 120, in that range. So, you know, the spiking up and down probably was caused by, you know, doing the potato diet. But the rest of the week, it was really, my blood sugars were okay. So I wasn't real concerned. The next day I went right back on the potato diet, and I was fine again. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending this for everybody, but it worked for me. And if you want to give it a try or give it a go, you might want to talk to your doctor about it first, or consult your doctor, or give it a try. But keep close tabs on your blood sugars if you are diabetic like I am. Just a few more little things that I learned about the potato diet too was that if you do it for 3 days, somebody yelling, whatever. If you do it for 3 days, they call it a potato cleanse. If you do it for 5 days, they call it a potato deep cleanse. And if you do it for the 7 days like I did, they call it a potato reset. And what that does is it resets your taste buds. You don't have cravings, which I don't. I don't have cravings anymore. And it resets supposed to reset your metabolism and give you more energy. But I gotta tell you, last night I was very low energy. I had like no energy at all. And I really didn't until Susan made us that delicious salad. But now I feel like I have a lot more energy. And again, you're probably wondering what our weight loss was, or what we were able to do during that 1 week. I'll tell you this much: I was able to break through the plateau that we were on for a week. I was 244.8, 244.6, and then went up to 244.8 during that whole week. So that was kind of discouraging. But going on the potato diet, I was afraid that first couple of days my weight would go up, which it didn't. And I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. So take care, happy dieters, and leave your comments and things for me that if you want to see us go on the I can never remember the plant-based. If you want us to go on the plant-based diet and see how that goes, I'd be willing to give it a try. But right now we're back on Atkins because I do know that, or I believe that I am carbohydrate intolerant and insulin resistant. So, and they say it's kind of like being an alcoholic, actually, where an alcoholic, it takes them more and more alcohol to be able to get drunk and feel that high feeling that they feel. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have that problem, but I do have the problem of every time I eat carbohydrates, I gain weight. And that's a result of, I believe, yo-yo dieting. You diet for a while. We would diet to go on a cruise. We'd lose weight to be able to gain weight while we were on the cruise. That's yo-yo dieting. You lose 10 or 15 pounds and you go on the cruise and you gain 15 or 20. Come back and you gain even more. So I think that you know, is part of what builds up that resistance to the glucose and the insulin. Well, dieters, I hope I've been able to help you a little bit. And if you have any comments and you'd like us to look into more things or try more things, let me know. Leave your comments below. Thanks. So yeah, I need to put this disclaimer in again. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not trying to give you advice on what you should do. I'm just letting you know what I've done during my weight loss journey. And hopefully in some way it helps you benefit. Maybe you can use some of the techniques, maybe you can't. But, you know, again, consult your doctor, talk to others, find out what's right for you. Take care. Come on.
A little earlier I weighed myself, it was 238.8. So I've lost 6 pounds.
Today we did a weigh-in. It was 158.6. 158.6. This one.
And so far, I didn't really lose as much weight as my husband. I lost about 8 pounds in 3 weeks.
Nope, we're going to do the reveal later.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So
We will
we'll loop that part out.
Loop it up.
So, yeah.